Ba-da, bam! All right. You guys ready? Say it like we're going to do something adventurous, but really not. Good morning. Good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Looks like I'm sitting in the middle of the woods right now. What is that cord hanging? There we go. Let me fix that. That's ugly. There we go. All right, guys. Good morning. I'm Trooper Steve. This is Trooper Steve on patrol. You are streaming live with me here on clickorlando.com, YouTube, News 6 Plus, anywhere you can catch us streaming, pretty much. And today, so this morning, I've got a lot to do, so I didn't want to go too far. And if you didn't know, well, you got to know because we show you, right? So we all have separate responsibilities outside of what we do in the desk. So obviously, when the shows are over, boom, I'm out. I'm in Results 1. We're out and about. When Julie's done, she's focused on education in our schools. When the chief is done, she's always working. So it never stops for her. But when Justin's done, he morphs into one of our community correspondents. And why do we have community correspondents? They are hyper-local, focused journalists in very specific areas. So they are taking deep dives, and they're only focused there. So Justin is a community correspondent after being a morning anchor out here, West Orange County, in Apopka. So I asked him this morning, I go, dude, where can you send me? You got any ideas? And the first word out of his mouth was Binion Road. So I asked Justin, hey, where can you send me this morning? And he said, the viewers out there complain about Binion Road and the speeders. So I followed the dispatch. Justin Warmoth was kind of my dispatcher this morning. So I took the call, and now we're live out here this morning and observing some things. So where am I exactly? I want to get the intersection spot on, because this is where he originally told me. I'm at Binion Road at Wyndham Bay Place, outside the Clear Lake Estates community. You can see right here. I'm backed into kind of like a little side street of some sort. No traffic, nothing behind me. I can kind of show you guys. So you can kind of see here, little access road, things like that, right up on the woods. But you want to see the cool camera that I have installed here? Hi. So I installed this so that you can see when I'm running the radar and things like that. So we are going to do some speed observation here with our nifty baseball speed gun. Obviously, this is for observation purposes. This has no business in any way, shape, or form in law enforcement duty, but it is calibrated pretty good and for TV purposes, and so we can talk some smack and catch some speeders. This does just perfect for us. So what do I want to do? I want to have a conversation. One, what is Binion Road? Binion Road runs north and southbound on the west side of Orange County. It runs roughly from about Orange Avenue, where it turns into Orange Avenue, just south of 441, runs all the way south of 429 into the curvature of the roadway, and then all the way into Apopka Road. So I'm just south of 441. We're way up on the north end. The speed limit out here, for the majority of it, is 45 miles an hour. I've been sitting here for an hour already, getting some work done, and some of y'all are flying. So what I want to do first is just observe some traffic, see what we can see. We'll monitor northbound lanes here of Binion and get maybe a rough estimate of what some of the speed that the vehicles are doing. Now I'm going to talk a little loud just because I'm going to have the window down, and we're going to cycle in between the outside camera there and of course this one right here. So the traffic coming at us right now here, the speed limit is 45 miles an hour. No traffic coming just yet, But once it does, I'm going to give you a speed estimate of what the cars are doing. Our goal here, to hopefully not catch anybody. Because everyone thinks, oh man, Steve, you like doing this. I like doing it, but it would be a great day if I came out here and no one was speeding, right? So this car, 45 miles an hour, 47, doing pretty good. And you can see, look, it's 10:05 in the morning. It's fairly calm out here right now. Not a lot going on. But early in the morning, you're talking any type of day. This is time of day. This is a residential street. So you want to make sure that you're always paying attention. There's also a lot of curvature in the roadway out here. So you need to be cautious of that. All right, we have a large box truck coming our way. And that's what I'm talking about, 40 miles an hour. 40 miles an hour. And something to note, just north here of this specific intersection, speed limit drops to 35. So that's something to be aware of. So just because you're in one spot doesn't mean it's going to be the rest of it. All right, here we got, how fast? Oh, whoa, big pickup truck there. Cruising, 50. So, oh, Steve, they're only doing 5 over. Well, 5 over is 5 over. If there's a speed limit for a reason, and you got to obey it, especially when there's curvature out there in the roadway. I really like this camera shot. You can kind of get a see here of the master control here. Well, not really. Kathleen's in charge. But all right, so I do want to reposition myself. And I want to go a little further south. South here. So let's pull on out. So if you're joining us this morning, it is beautiful outside. Right now, currently 76 degrees. We're southbound on Binion Road out here in Apopka. Talk about a scenic, just beautiful road. Why am I out here this morning? So Justin Warmouth sent me out here this morning. I asked him, I go, hey man, you got any things going on in Apopka that I need to know about, or any ideas where you can send me? And he first words out of his mouth, Binion Road. I go, whoa. He's like, yeah man, some viewers when I was out there doing a story were really telling me about how just the speed out here is posted at 45 miles an hour, drops to 35 in some spots, but that there are some drivers that just completely are out here doing 60 plus. Now, before we went live, I could verify that 100%. There were definitely some cars doing 60 miles an hour. So right now we're southbound here on Binion at Lust Road, approaching the roundabout. The roundabout here recently installed, and speed limit drops to 40 miles an hour. So as you approach here, you got to make sure you're paying attention. Nice little roundabout here over at Eden Crest. You slow down, you enter it. Turning signal, because I'm coming out. And we're out, right? Nice and smooth. Look at that, guys. Speed limit posted 40 miles an hour. And I can understand if you're doing the speed limit out here and it's just annoying, but I could tell that some of you guys just want to move, because the car behind me here, this lady was on me. All right, now speed limit increased to 45 miles an hour. So what are we also seeing? We're seeing a very active construction zone out here. As we go over 429, speed limit still 45 miles an hour. We're gonna post up out here. I have a feeling we'll catch some flyers, because this lady behind me, if we weren't live, I'd have some choice words. So I'm gonna turn here. Let's see, is she gonna illegally pass me? Let's see. Oh no, good job. All right, so as we pull into this side street, hopefully no one will come and bother us. Make a nice quick I've gotten really good, guys, at my 3-point turns in this. And then I recently got an Explorer for my POV. And it kind of operates the same. Look at that. Wait, did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Hold on. And we got it. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So now I'm at Binion. We're relocating just a few miles south here. And now I'm going to be posted up here at Hooper Farm Road. So this is, it looks like Hooper Farm is city of Apopka, Binion Road, unincorporated portions. So what I want to do, we're going to scoot up a little bit and we're going to observe the southbound traffic here and see if they're doing the speed limit. And we'll observe and report. The problem is results 1 looks like a cop car. At least I think it does. It's not by mistake. All right, so let's see what your view looks like. It's not a bad shot there. Roll the window down here, get our little nifty speed measuring device out. We have our other camera ready. This is such a great shot. I feel like you're here in the car with me. Like, I feel like I need to keep looking over. Got your seatbelt on, stuff like that. All right, speed limit 45 miles an hour. Vehicle come in. Nice and easy, see? But this is the good thing. We want them to do the speed limit. Maybe the word's getting out. Hey, they're out and about. Acura, how fast? They're dropping down quick. This is good. This is good stuff. So what we're watching too is the curve in the roadway out here. Do I think there's a speed problem? I can guarantee you there's one out here. Just looking at this, I know it sounds horrible, but like, as a trooper, if I knew this was here, this road, and I heard on the news that there's a speed problem, like this lady, 52, we got one 55, so yeah, they're cooking. This one, 60 miles an hour, 15 over the speed limit there in the second vehicle. And the thing was, he hit the brakes so hard. He's like, 15 over, that was, I could say this, it's been a long time, guys. That's not like I'm getting in the car writing tickets. 15 over was we're talking. If we're out here in a 45 zone and you're doing 60 miles an hour, you want to meet the law enforcement in your community. Do I say that sarcastically? 100%. But you know you're speeding at that point when you're doing 15 over the speed limit. 5 over, 6 over, 7, I get it. You're moving, your distractions, life, excusable here and there. 15 over, you know you're speeding. Everyone chilling here. We got 42, 40, 39. And that's what we want. We want to see people that are doing at or just 46, 44, right in that 3 mile an hour buffer zone. I understand you're not going to sit there and cruise control it every time, and I'd hope you don't, because cruise control is not something you want all the time. But you need to be very aware of the feel of your vehicle. I drive personally a completely different size vehicle, but I know the feeling of both. All right, so southbound here, Binion, 43 miles an hour. I think they know we're here, guys. I think they know we're watching them this morning. So as you're sitting here watching this traffic, nice and easy, 42. Now that's a tinted windshield. That is a blacked out windshield right there. Florida law, AS1 line, guys. It's right here up on the windshield. I even have it marked, but we have no tint on our windshield. You can't put any windscreen on the windshield, glass protector, whatever on that. All right? That guy had his entire windshield limo tint. Vehicle southbound here, 52. Man, I love seeing the front of the nose go whoop on the car. It is so funny. All right. Camry. We're moving okay. 46, 48. You know, it's really funny. I think that was a unmarked Apopka unit. All right. Coming northbound here, doesn't shoot. All right, little fun fact. Something like this, you should not shoot through glass. You should always make sure you have a clear line of sight. All right, so let's head south again on Binion here, a little further. Then we'll travel it one more time north and we'll call it a day. So what have we seen out here? We've seen some speeding. Obviously the road is prime for an issue. So do I 100% believe that the viewer complaints are valid? Oh yes. Did we observe at least 1 or 2 speeders? Yes. We had one at the 60-mile-an-hour mark. But what's the other contributing factor to get you to pay attention? There's some work going on, daytime work going on out here. There is active construction. There are crews that are working out here. There's a lot of residential communities, whether it's single-family homes off to the west side. We have apartments. We have government facilities that are located out here. But this is, I tell you, this is a beautiful, beautiful part of town. And I would really encourage drivers to take it easy because, look, you crash out here, look where you're going. You're going into the wood line. This is a very hilly, curvy part of Central Florida where we don't see a lot of this. Normally you got to get a little further north into Lake County before you run into the hills and the roadway. But the speed limit's 45 miles. It does go down to 40 in some zones and to 35 in others. You got to pay attention to that stuff. And look, a lot of no passing zones. Here, obviously, with line of sight, you don't want to be passing vehicles if you can't see above certain portions of the roadway. So, thank you, Justin, for sending me out here, man. Look, our other community correspondents are super focused in your community. I'm going to be asking them, hey, how do I help you within your community? Because I ultimately want to expand their coverage. I want to give you eyes of what they're seeing after you complain about it, right? So just be aware, please. Make sure you're cautious out there. It is Thursday. Tomorrow is Friday. Beautiful day. But like I said, there's construction going on everywhere out here. You need to make sure you're paying attention. It is active during the daytime, making it a no phone zone right out here in the Magnolia Park area. So you're not only having to be cautious of residential style speeds, 45 miles an hour, but men and women out here working, guys. So drive safely, have an amazing day, keep it safe. I'll catch you guys in the morning. See ya.